Over the past decade, the Indian economy has seen substantial growth, consistently maintaining an annual GDP growth rate of over 7%. This robust growth can be partially credited to the increasing role of the exported sector in the economy. Unlike many countries affected by the Second World War, India's economic performance was relatively stable, achieving a GDP growth rate of 3.5% annually and an average per capita income growth of 1.3% annually, known as the Hindu rate of economic growth, which persisted until 1979 to 1980. Following independence in 1947, India's trade policy emphasized self-sufficiency, minimizing dependence on international trade for revenue. This period was also marked by significant poverty, prompting the government to pursue an import substitution industrialization strategy. This involved a complicated and costly system of price controls and restrictions. In the 1980s, the government adopted expansionary fiscal and monetary policies, leading to a growth rate of 5.8% annually, surpassing the traditional Hindu growth rate. However, this growth was sustained by a significant current account deficit, high inflation, 13.5%, and was further stressed by the Gulf War, culminating in a balance of payments crisis in 1991. In response, India liberalized the economy, allowing foreign participation to enhance the efficiency and competitiveness of its industries. Since then, gradual policy reforms have created a favorable environment for the export sector, contributing significantly to India's transformation from a closed economy to a significant player in the global market over the last 2 decades. The financial crisis of 2008 exposed India's vulnerability to international crises, significantly affecting the economic performance. The resultant global demand contraction and reduced capital inflows deeply impacted India's export sector. This sector, critical to job creation, saw growth rates plummet by up to 70%, influencing other economic segments and contributing to a cascading downturn in overall economic growth. Consequently, India's GDP growth rate declined from 9% in 2007 and 08 to 7.1% in 2008 and 09. The crisis's severe impact on exports was marked by a sharp reversal from an annual growth rate of nearly 20% between 2002 and 2008 to a decline of 20.3% by 2009 and 2010. This period of sustained negative growth in exports was unprecedented in over 2 decades. Today, India's exports are massive. The financial year saw a record high in both merchandise and service exports, totaling USD $776 billion, nearly doubling that from 2013 and 2014. Merchandise exports comprised the majority with almost USD $450 billion, while services added about USD $326 billion. Agricultural exports hit a peak of nearly USD $53 billion. India's foreign trade history has been tumultuous, beginning with significant resource drainage during colonial times. Post-independence, India relied heavily on imports, even for basic staples like food grains. For instance, in 1960 and 61, India imported 3,747,000 tons of cereals, which dropped to just 69.9 thousand tons by 2000 and 2001. Today, India exports significant quantities of food grains, including basmati and non-basmati rice and wheat, with cereals making up nearly 3% of total exports. Since independence, India's exports have grown over 600 times. Through initiatives like Districts and Exports Hubs Initiative, products with export potential are identified and exported, such as Jalgaon bananas and Bakalpuri Saluda mangoes to the UAE and UK respectively. Despite historical proprioceptions as a developing nation, India has become a technology leader, exporting increasingly high-value products. Tractor exports, for example, grew more than 2.5 times from 2013 and 14 to 2020 and 2023. The Indian Space Research Organization now offers services to international agencies, including NASA. The Atmanirbhar Bharat initiatives have strengthened domestic design and production, reducing foreign defense procurement from 46% in 2018 to 36.7% in 2022, while defense exports surged nearly 23-fold. The top 10 export destinations in 2022 and 2023 were the USA, UAE, Netherlands, China, Singapore, Bangladesh, UK, Saudi Arabia, Hong Kong, and Germany, collectively accounting for about 47.06% of India's total exports. India's remarkable growth in service exports, led by IT giants like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, and HCL Technologies, illustrates its transformation into a global software service leader. This growth, alongside nearly 11 free trade agreements and other initiatives like GST and PLI schemes, has positioned India closer to regaining its historical stature as a major global trading power. The substantial expansion in exports has played a pivotal role in bolstering India's economy, providing significant economic and social impacts. First, the export-driven growth model has translated into increased industrial activity and employment. For example, the textile and apparel industry, one of the largest contributors to India's export basket, employs over 45 million people directly and another 60 million people indirectly. This sector has benefited tremendously from global demand, driving growth in rural and semi-urban areas and playing a crucial role in poverty alleviation. Moreover, the rise in exports has led to an influx of foreign exchange, which has helped stabilize the Indian rupee and build foreign exchange reserves. These reserves have provided a much-needed buffer against economic shocks and have enabled the government to manage external debts more effectively. As of early 2024, India's foreign exchange reserves were robust, reflecting strong economic fundamentals and increasing investor confidence. The technology sector, particularly software and IT services, has also witnessed exponential growth due to the export of services. This sector not only contributes significantly to India's GDP, but has also enhanced India's standing on the global stage as a tech hub. The success of major Indian IT firms in global markets has fostered an ecosystem that supports startups and innovation, contributing to a vibrant digital economy. But anyway, do let us know what you think down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.